Hello YouTube land, it's Debbie from the Canadian Crocheter. There won't be a lot of smiling today because last Friday I had oral surgery done. So I'm still feeling very chipmunky. My face is a little swollen and it's very difficult to do a lot. And let me tell you, I love chocolate pudding. But after this past weekend, I don't think I ever want to see chocolate pudding again, ever. I am tired of mashed potatoes, tired of cottage cheese, and I'm tired of chocolate pudding. But I've got a few more days of recoup, so, you know, I'll survive. But anyway, I thought I'd get on here anyway. You've all seen me at my worst. I wanted to get on here really quick to show you the things that some of the tests that I've done, test patterns that I've done. The first one is this. Oh my goodness, I'm getting very, very warm. This is a cowl by our own Zach from the Stout podcast. He, a while ago, asked me if I would test this for him, and I'm like, absolutely. And let me tell you, he did such a good job that, you know, so when you test, you kind of look for errors, you kind of look for any sort of advice that you could give. I had nothing. It's written so well. There were no mistakes. It was amazing. His version, the best part of this is Zach was asked to do this by Hobium. So this pattern is actually a free pattern on Hobium. So they sponsored him with the yarn, and I'm not sure if he got paid for it or not, but it's Hobium. So our little Zach is moving up in the world. I think I'm so proud. I mean, I have nothing to do with his success, but I'm so proud of him. I love that kid so much. Anyway, so it is the triple cable cowl. Now this was the test pattern, so it doesn't have all the pictures, but if you go to the website, you'll see his part of him fashioning it. His version, or the one that he wrote up, is a little longer, kind of sits a little lower, but as you all know, I like it closer to my neck. Now, let me show you. I gotta take it off because I'm a little warm today. Now, it is cabling. Look at that. I am by no means a pro at cabling, but he wrote it up so well, and it's so understandable that, yeah, it's just, I did it no problems whatsoever. Now, he used Lamia Diamond by Hobium, which is, I believe, a worsted weight, and a 5.5 millimeter hook. Obviously, I didn't have Lamia, so I used Impeccable. And this one is Claret. Now, when I first made it, it was very stiff. It was pretty much standing on its own. It's like a jug. But I threw it in the wash, and it came out. It's soft, it's buttery, it's wonderful. And let me tell you, this past weekend, with everything being so swollen and my glands being swollen, I like things a little heated. So this came in super handy. I've been wearing it all weekend. So I love this pattern, and it's free, and it's just so well written. So well written. I've actually started a second one using Line Brand Jeans yarn. I might actually order some Hobium yarns, but I put myself on a little bit of a budget, so this month won't be that won't be happening this month. Anyway, so kudos to Zach. I don't know if Zach watches, but Zach, if you watch, I love this pattern so much. But look at it, like it's wonderful. Actually, you could just go on and on and on and on and make it just a regular scarf. You don't even have to do the cowl part. Although the cowl, like, I mean, that's a pretty good seam. Goes in the back. This would make an amazing design for, I know my husband would definitely wear something like this. And obviously a different color, but he would, yeah. It's a great design for men in particular. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling about it. Great job, Zach. I loved it very, very much. So I did that one. Then last couple of episodes ago, I talked about Crystal from Chronically Crocheting designing this shimmering light scarf. So she didn't just ask me, she sent me the scarf, she sent me the yarn, she even sent me the hooks to make it. And I understand that this particular yarn is, which is the, oh my goodness, this is the, you did not even keep the label. It is the ribbon, Red Heart Boutique Ribbons yarn. But I believe that she went on the hunt, and Lovecrafts has a yarn, I can't remember the name, but I will leave a link for that yarn down below, that is comparable. It's exact to the Red Heart's ribbon yarn. So, and it's not very expensive at all. I'm not 100% sure, but it's got to be like in the $5 range. And you only need one skein of the ribbon yarn. So, it's not a very expensive scarf at all. Anyway, so she made that. So, I had to make the one that she sent me. And I don't know which color I like more. I love the red, but I also like the black because it's neutral. So, anyway, I made it. I love it. It is, you know, for a ribbon yarn, you look at it. It's got lots of sparkle. You would think that it's coarse or not soft, but it is so soft. Anyway, I made it. I love it. She did a great job. Not only does she have the pattern on Etsy, I will leave a link for that, she has a tutorial. So, I mean, she's amazing. She absolutely is amazing. And I love this scarf. It's awesome. Like I said, I don't know which one I like more. They're both great. This will be on the days where I feel flashy. This will be on every other day. Anyway, thank you, Crystal. That was absolutely phenomenal. And trust me when I tell you, this pattern is easy peasy. Really, really well done. So I did that. Now, a little while ago, I was asked, I had a commission to make a shawl, but they didn't know what kind of shawl, how big, what colors, what yarn, nothing. I was just given money and said, make something. I'm like, okay. So I went back to something that I've made many times before, and I loved it. And it gives you, it's really easy, but it gives you that looks harder look, you know, like it looks harder than it is. And that's the Erigeneia shawl. I learned about this shawl through Christa at the Secret Yarnery. She did a cowl and tutorial, and through this I learned how to read charts as well. Christa did an amazing job on that, absolutely amazing. So since then, I've made this shawl many times. I'll leave a link for it. So what I did was, I made this. I made the shawl. And it's pretty big. Like I said, I had no parameters to work with, so I didn't no idea. Now up here in Canada, we have this, and it's by Michaels, and it's Loops and Threads Meandering Serpentine. And then these are the minis. I don't have the actual big skeins, so you can buy them separately. You can buy one big skein, or you can buy, which would be 243 yards, or you can buy 4 minis, coordinating colors in the minis. I'm not sure because they're clearancing this stuff out now. I got it for $3.97 each. This took, it took quite a bit, but it's so well worth it. Anyway, this yarn, I'm not sure if you guys can get it in the States, because I sent some to Z, and she said she'd never seen it. So this is 90% acrylic and 10% nylon. And I don't see a color on here. Oh, aqua lavender, which would be like this. This is the mini of the aqua lavender. But as you can see, the minis come with different colors as well. So the coordinating. So I used quite a bit of, I don't know exactly how many skeins, but I used quite a bit. But I made that. Now, I did play Yarn Chicken and lost. So I did run out of, I didn't want to crack into this one. So I did run out of yarn of the Aqua Lavender. So I had a little bit of, from another project, of this colorway, which I don't know. But what I did, I think it turned out okay. Okay, let me see if I can. So it, let me show you the right side. It just, that last row is just a tiny bit lighter, which I think looks really, really good. Let me see. See, it just gives it that little bit of difference. But anyway, I love it. It's a staple, it's a standby. Like I said, I had no parameters. I have no idea. All I knew, it was for an older lady. No idea. Nothing else. So I did that. That's what I've been doing. Or I finished that yesterday, actually. So actually it's a little damp right now. I started blocking it, then I thought, oh, I better do a video because I want to send it out tomorrow. So I unpinned it, unblocked it just to show you guys. So it's a little damp right now. I'm gonna put it back on the blocking mat right after this video. The other thing that I started doing, I was on Instagram because for a couple of days I was not in the mental frame of mind to work on anything big or anything. And I was scrolling up on Instagram, which I rarely go to. And there was someone named, I think, Mrs. Nesbitt Crochet. I don't think that's her name. I'd have to look it up. If I look it up and I'll believe the name. Well, maybe I shouldn't leave a name. But it's Mrs. Nesbitt Crochet. And she was making Christmas baubles. And I thought, well, let's see. Now, I was too embarrassed to ask her for the pattern. Where'd she get it? So I just went and I found it, and I found this, Crocheted Christmas Ball Ornaments. It's a free pattern. And, I mean, this is the instructions. This is it. So cute, so fast, that I made a lot. And I used all scrap yarn. You all know, or if you've been hanging around here long enough, you know I love scrappy projects. Scrappy blankets, scrappy sweaters, scrappy anything. So I made all these, all scraps. Let's see, I made a lot. As soon as I finish one, I'd start on another one. And let me show you, like, just scraps, literally itty bitty pieces of scrap. There's more. I don't know why I like this one. This one's cute. Again, scraps. Actually, I should send this to Zelda because this was I made a scarf for her out of this. And I only had a little bit left. Made that. And look at that one. Isn't that adorable? And purple and teal. Actually, I think I'm going to send this to someone. And this one is glittery. This was left over from a shawl, and this was left over from a cowl. Anyway, the whole idea is we all have these baubles, and you know how when they get old, if they're not you know, high quality, even the glass ones, they'll chip. What a great way to not throw them out. You just create, you know, covers for them. Like, that is so, I think it's ingenious, and you can just play with the colors. And I mean, I've got psychedelic stuff going on only because I was a little loopy on the weekend. But this was all I had the mental capacity to do over 2 days. I mean, this wouldn't have taken me very long, but it took me 2 days because I was loopy. Anyway, so I guess I could have played better color controlling, but like I said, I was not in the frame of mind, so I just grabbed and went. Like, that's all I did. I think this one's one of my favorites. But then I started thinking, I have some more expensive, some more expensive ornaments, the ones that you know that you really, really take care of, why couldn't you just make little sleeves in the shape of the ornament that you have and not close them up, just leave them open at the top here and just slip them in when you're ready to put them away for the rest of the year. I'm gonna work on that. I don't have too many of those, but I have a few, and these would make great protectors. Anyway, so I made tons and tons of baubles. My husband said, I'm gonna have to go buy you a whole Christmas tree just to put your crocheted baubles on. And we'll have a, you know, I call it a country Christmas, like, you know, little handmade Christmas tree. I think that'd be awesome. Anyway, I dare you to try this, and I dare you to not get addicted to it. If I was in the best frame of mind, it would probably take me, I would probably be able to knock these out in 20-30 minutes each. And that's including weaving the ends in. So I dare you not to get addicted. These are so addictive. Mrs. Nesbitt, she does one that has a heart in it. But I like the old granny square ones. Just granny square. I love it. I love it. And I think you guys will all love it too. You should give it a try. Anyway, I think that's all I have. And we're at 16 minutes. Somebody, actually I had a couple of emails telling me that my videos lately are too short. It's such a hard balance. I don't want to keep you for 30 minutes, and I guess 5 or 6 minutes is too short. I don't know. So I'm at about just under 17 minutes, so I think that's good. I hope everyone is having a wonderful week. Fingers crossed that the next time I come back, I will be not so chipmunky. I feel like I'm storing for the winter. Yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a wonderful week, and we will talk soon.